Even if you follow all of these rules, I'm gonna say that a third time, even if you follow all of these rules, plan on losing every mother freaking penny when you wire that money. First and foremost, you don't know until you get smacked in the face and you lose a bunch of money. So I'm gonna go through the most important rules when you guys are lending money. I lend a lot of money. And when you don't follow these rules, you'll text me and you'll say, hey, I'm in a really bad situation. Can you get on the phone with me? And my answer will be, fudge no. I will not get on the phone with you because I made a video about it and you broke the rules. Do not trust anyone. I don't care who they are. I don't care if it's your grandma. I don't care if they spend time with me, but Pace, I saw you traveling around with this person. I don't care if it's God himself. I don't care if it's your grandma. Your grandma's gonna screw you. My best friend's gonna screw you. Anybody that you know, any human being, if they have a breath, if they can breathe, they're gonna screw you. Okay? I don't care who they are, but they're a leader. But Pace, they've been in the community for a long time. I don't care, and neither should you. Should immediately take that off the plate. So again, do not trust anyone, no buts.
No buts.
But Pace, they hang out with you. But Pace, it's Eric, I don't care. But Pace, it's your mom. Dude, my mom's gonna screw you so hard. Okay? I do not care who it is. Do not lend money you cannot lose. That is a big deal. Plan on losing it. I wired, by the way, this is what happened with this $1 million deal. The guy was pushing and pressuring me, and I went to Jade Jarvis, who was handling my money, and I said, we're going to give him $65,000 out of the $1 million that he needs, because he was paying $65,000 of it was going to his payroll. And I said, watch us lose this money. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to lose $65,000. That's what I'm doing here. This is a $65,000 lesson to show you how to save $1 million, to lose $65,000, so that you know every time we do a loan like this, Jade, you know exactly what it feels like to lose $65,000. Okay? Everything about this thing stunk. So I text Jade today, I go, have we gotten paid back yet? And she goes, nope, we haven't. I go, I told you. When I wired the money, this is what I told Jade. I said, say goodbye to this money forever. We are gifting it. Every single time you do a deal, even if you follow all of these rules, even if you follow all of these rules, I'm gonna say that a third time, even if you follow all of these rules, plan on losing every mother freaking penny when you wire that money. Plan on it. It's gone. You are gambling on a Gator 3.0 deal, which is private money lending, okay? I'm not even done yet. When wiring money, plan on never, ever, 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 ever seeing it again. Ever, ever, ever. I follow all of these rules, the money's effing gone. It's gone, plan on it. Go to bed that night going, that money's gone. I'm never gonna see it again. It's a bonus if you ever see it again. Hire transaction coordinator. We just got a call from somebody, Eric got a call from somebody who says, hey, I sold my house, SubTo, and the borrower is not communicating with, or the buyer is not communicating with me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who to contact. I don't know what's going on. We brought up servicing to the seller, and the seller's like, what's servicing? What's this? What's that? Obviously, the person did not hire a TC. So any transaction you are in, make sure there's a TC. But Pace, I know the person. I'm friends with them. I hang out with them. We're in a very tight circle with each other. I don't give a flying mother truck. Hire a TC. No, we don't have time for a TC. Perfect. I'm out. Anytime you get pressured, that's rule number 20. Anytime you feel pressure, you walk away. You feel pressure, walk away. You feel pressure, walk away. Okay? Always have a recourse of 150% of the loan. What does that mean? Recourse means if I get screwed on the loan, I have a way of getting 150% of my money somewhere else. What does that mean? It means they have other assets, they have other loans, they have other situations. So I'm doing a loan right now for a gentleman named Tim. Okay, I'm buying Tim's house. He's in foreclosure. Okay, Tim owes $350,000 on the house. His house is worth $650,000. Pretty good spread there. He doesn't want to move out of the house. So instead of doing a cash offer or even a SubTo deal and he pulls out of the house, I said, here's what I'll do, Tim. I will come along, buy the house at $350,000 with a DSCR loan. And I will now own the house, let you stay there, and I'll lease it back to you. You can now buy it back from me at $475,000. I can make it $125,000, but you have 6 months to do that. If you don't complete the loan, I'll give you another 90 days for another 25 grand, and so on. You heard that deal. But I also have collateral of 3 lots in Seattle that are worth $300,000, and I have a boat that's worth $125,000, and he is assigned an $80,000 bonus that he's getting in March, verified with his employer. His employer has already assigned this $80,000 over to me. Do I have enough collateral, including the house, to do this deal? Yes. Okay. Do not do a loan unless you have 150% recourse. Well, Pace, they don't have any other assets. Great, then don't do the loan. Lien, promissory note, personal guarantee, collateral, and be on their operating agreement on the LLC is the full package. Hey, will you let me put a lien on property? Basic. Promissory note, basic. Personal guarantee, now you should be that's kind of standard. I want collateral, standard. Operating agreement in the LLC that states I don't have to foreclose on you. I just take over the LLC if you fail to perform. That is grade A. Does that make sense? Vet the deal yourself, then buy 2 other people. Guaranteed you haven't done that. Higher risk, higher reward, it means personal cash. I'm also doing another deal right now with a lady named Joy. I'm helping her save herself from foreclosure, putting $40,000 into the deal. I'm making $18,000 return, which is nice. I'm also giving her, out of all the money I'm coming up with to save her from foreclosure, I'm putting up $5,000 in cash to her and $5,000 in cash to buy a car for her that will be in my name, obviously. That $5,000 is out of all the $40,000 I'm lending, only $5,000 of it doesn't go to a thing. So here's how that's working. So out of the 40 grand, I am giving $20,000 for the arrears to catch up the house. I'm gonna pay $5,000 in a couple of monthly payments going forward so she stays out of foreclosure, $5,000 in a new car, miscellaneous stuff of $5,000 for TC fee, insurance, AAA for the car, blah, 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 whatever. Let's just call it miscellaneous. And then I've got $5,000 in cash that's gonna go to her. That $5,000 in cash, I might as well just plan on that being bought as fentanyl or meth or something. You have to know, the higher the risk, the higher the reward. People will chase this and go, yeah, but I'm gonna make a lot of money. And they'll give somebody personal cash. Guys, that money's burned immediately. I know that when I do the loan. I'm aware of it, and it's nobody's fault but my own, and I take personal relationship with my money in this situation, okay? But Pace, it's a deal.
No buts.
Record all conversations, voice, Zoom, everything. Something that's very important for all you Android users, I don't get it. I don't get the Android thing. It's so crazy to me. It's like in the world of technology, why? Nobody wants you guys to be in our group chat. You guys, who's the Android? You're the Android user. Yeah. What the fudge? Everybody on the planet wants to kick your ass. Everybody. Nobody wants you in the group chat. Why would you put that pain on yourself? They go, my camera's amazing. Okay, great. The only thing you should ever have an Android for is to record your iPhone conversations, okay? So this is last year's iPhone. I always get the new one. Why? Because I make all my money with what? My mouth and my vocal cords. I'm gonna get the best piece of technology every single year. People, I'm gonna wait 3 years to get the phone. That tells me you don't know where your money's made. I get the best phone that all the millionaires use. Millionaires don't use Androids, just FYI. I've never met a millionaire that has an Android. Never once, unless they own Samsung or some stupid. So I use last year's phone as my way to record all my conversations. So I'm on this phone, I press record and I can hear every little thing. So every promise I make, every little thing is in a voice memo that I save and I put into a Dropbox. I record every single conversation. Why? Because somebody will say, I didn't say that. No, that's not what I said. What I said was this. Well, hey, here's a clip. Okay? I choose to put everything on Zoom. Even when I talk to sellers, I talk to the seller, I get on Zoom with them. Hey, you guys want to see something really interesting? This is a call I did yesterday with a seller. And the first thing I said to her was, hey, just so you know, I'm doing this recording to protect myself from you. Let's watch this just real quick. It's only a 28-minute phone or thing, but I will not have a call in my life about money that is not recorded. I never one time in my life will I not record the call. The reason for this video is actually to protect me and my company because there's this really
famous saying, you've probably heard it before. The saying is, no good deed goes unpunished.
Okay, that's at 1:30 in the conversation. This recording is to protect me and my company. There's a famous saying that says, no good deed goes unpunished. Have you ever heard of that before? And then I have her answer, oh yeah, but I'll never take advantage of you. Yeah. Now you say that, but if I didn't record it, now she's in foreclosure. I'm saving her from foreclosure and I'm making money out of her equity. Is there a point that when I save her, that now she's no longer in pain, she's no longer in distress? Is there a point where now all the pain and anger goes away? That now all of us, she's gonna have a lot more clarity in her life. You're like, I don't wanna sell my house. Is there a possibility of that happening? So you're telling me that my money wiring into her account and solving her problems actually does something bad for me? Okay, well, I better record every single conversation I have with every single person about my money, okay? Now, this is also when I call the borrower, I call the title company, I call the guy that I was gonna do the big $1 million loan for. He says, well, you know, call my lender, the one that's gonna give me $6 million in a couple of weeks, call him. I call that guy, I record that conversation. Does not matter. On a big deal like that, you're usually having 20, 30 calls. I record every single one, every single mother freaking one, okay? Document everything, emails, text messages, etc. Throw them all in a Dropbox, throw them all there so you never have to look for them ever again. And I even communicate with the people, hey, just so you know, everything we've talked about, everything blah, blah, blah. I'm just gonna put all of our communication in this Dropbox so we can just have kind of a central location for all of our communication, copy of the Zooms, copy of the this, that, and the other. Why am I doing that? I will let that lady have access to all of those recordings. Now, of course, she can't delete them. She can download them, but she can't delete them. Why will I do that? It's because to remind her what she told me. And if she ever came back at the end, my last question that I asked this lady.
Last question. Is there any reason someone would hear from you that I took advantage of you or tried to take something from you that we did not agree to? Is there any, in the future, if somebody comes to you and says, oh, did that guy case really help you? Is there any reason you would say no?
No.
Okay.
Okay. It might seem inconsequential and wow, that's a lot of work. Yeah, I wanna make a lot of money. I'm gonna do a lot of work. I'm willing to do that. But what I don't wanna do is give somebody money and not have a conversation that's recorded and be able to remind them. And what happens is in their mind, they go, damn, he recorded everything I said. I can't squeeze out of this conversation and I can't manipulate his words. Document everything, emails, etc., blah, blah, blah. When you lose the money, because what did I say? Don't lend money that you can't lose and never see the money ever again and don't trust anyone. When you do lose your money, who do we blame? Yourself. You don't call me, you don't text me, I don't wanna hear about it. I don't ever wanna hear about it. Don't come to me. This is what's so funny about in Gator. For every 1,000 loans that are done successfully, 1 loan is done unsuccessfully, and the only thing that ever gets talked about is the bad loan. It's human nature. Loan to own, what does that mean? Loan to own means that house that I loaned to the gentleman in New Mexico, he has a flip, he has never touched it. I loaned the money to him 2.5 years ago, $350,000. He has literally never even gotten to the property in 2.5 years. Now I'm having to take over the property, sell the property at a loss, then go to him. I have a personal guarantee. I'm gonna be chasing him around for about $175,000 for the next 20, 30 years. But I will get my money back and I will get it with interest. Because I have a personal guarantee on him and his wife. Quick tip there, don't get a personal guarantee only on the husband, get it on both husband and wife. Why? Because they can independently file bankruptcy and transfer assets between each other and play the cup game. You know, you've seen in Central Park that they play where where's the ball, where's the ball, where's the ball? Well, the reality is the ball was never on the table. They picked it up every time which one is it? Okay? If you only get bankruptcy on one person or a personal guarantee on one person in the marriage, you failed. You might as well not even have gotten it. So I went and got the personal guarantee on him and his wife. And when I asked for it for his wife, guess what happened? Oh, I don't know, man. That seems like a lot overreaching. I'm like, but you have $390,000 of my money. And I have recordings. Okay, man, okay. You know what I had to do? I had to send him a voice memo. I go, hey, if I don't get a personal guarantee in the next 10 days, I did this wrong. I should have done it up front. Now I'm going back 2 years after he took my money and went and bought an RV and been traveling around the country. I now have to go back and tell his wife and tell him and his wife, hey, I'm gonna do a whole YouTube video on what happens when you loan money incorrectly. And I'm gonna bring up your name, your wife's name, and I'm gonna release all the recordings of like you begging me for the money and that you'd never screw me and that I've changed your entire life and without you, without me, you'd be somewhere, blah, 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 blah. And you still screw me. And I'm gonna really do a video on never trust anybody. Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter what they say, and you are gonna teach a lot of people how to not lend money, so thank you so much. Okay, we'll sign the personal guarantee tomorrow. Don't put yourself in a situation, I can get myself out of situations because I've put 15 years of building a brand. Other people in here, you Android users, okay? Loan to own, you gotta take that property back. Plan accordingly means you lend the money today. The project doesn't happen, the money goes somewhere else. It gets burned. In fact, whoever receives it, title company, we already know. The money should go to a title company, right? We already know. That's like, I can't even believe I even have to say that out loud. Wherever the money goes, it's gonna get burned up alive. If you now have to take this asset over and all the money that you were gonna renovate the property with is gone, that should be your plan. That's your worst case plan. Now you have to hire an attorney, go through foreclosure, pace, oh my gosh, now there's payments on the loan. I got to catch up those payments. Like literally plan what's the worst case scenario, okay? FOMO equals death of your money. This is the worst part of this whole entire thing. FOMO is the death of your money. But I could make so much money. But I could make so much money. But I could make so much money. And guess what they always effing do? I need the money today. Pressure, pressure, pressure. We haven't even talked about this deal and I already know you're feeling pressure. I got to wire the money today, and none of this has happened. And they're putting pressure on you. What's the answer to the loan situation? That's the answer. This is my money. My money equals my life force. I'm not willing to put my life force into earning money and then you steal my money and think of it as just paper. No, that's my life force. I gave my life up. I sacrificed time with my family, my health, my this to earn that money. And you didn't steal my money, you stole my life. That's why I say, and I'm unapologetic about it because you stole my life force, correct everybody? Sorry if you don't like jokes. Call all parties involved, verify twice. Who's the lender, who's the this, who's that person, where's the money going, who's the contractor? Do you know how many times people will lend money on a deal and they don't even know who the contractor is? Contractors, it's their first job. They're not even licensed and you're deploying $100,000, $200,000. How do I verify the contractor? A good project you should be probably on a decent sized loan. Now, EMD is very different. This is not Gator 1 or Gator 2. This is Gator 3 or higher, right? So when you're doing Gator 3.0 and you don't know who the contractor is and what were their last 3 projects they successfully completed and what was their timeline, their budget, and did they hit their timeline? Did they hit their budget? If you don't know that answer, should you be wiring money for that contractor? No, you have not done any of that work. I can guarantee it. Nobody does. And they're, oh, but they need the money right now. I'll verify it after the money. Okay, this goes down to this, and I'll get to this in a second. Use appropriate paperwork. So stupid, but use appropriate paperwork, use appropriate paperwork, use appropriate paperwork. TC, all of these things. It is so crazy how many times people will just wire money without even documenting anything. Ask what if blank happens at least 25 different ways. What if this person you're lending money to dies? Does this stuff happen in real life? So you're not just lending on a project, you're lending to a human being. What if you die? What if you get sick? What if your wife divorces you? What if one of your kids dies? Is this real life? Okay, so is this right here? What if this happens? What if your wife divorces you? What if I find out you've been cheating on your wife? This stuff does impact the projects. Man, my wife found out that I've been cheating on her. I'm not gonna be able to communicate for the next 2 or 3 weeks. I'm trying to deal with some personal stuff. Do you know how many times I've done loans with people that are dealing with personal things and now their personal thing is way more important than my project? So many times, guys, it happens all the time. This is another thing. What if you don't communicate with me? What if I can't get a hold of you? What if this happens? What if you burn through the money? What if you go over a project? What if the house doesn't sell on time? What if I don't get paid back my money in the time frame that you told me I would? What if? 25 what ifs. Do you see these what ifs that nobody else ever asks? One of the most important what ifs is I did a whole Zoom about this. I brought in an attorney that came in and we did I think it was a 2.5 hour Zoom, and I did a what if scenario of like 40 what ifs, and every one of them, people were like, oh my gosh, I never thought about that. And the what if that was the most amazing one was like, what if you stopped communicating with me? And people were like I just explained like human evolution to them. What if you stop communicating with me? What's my recourse? How do I protect myself in the event that you stop communicating? Well, this person's really high level in the community. They've been around a long time, and Pace, you say their name all the time and you posture them up all the time. Who fudging cares? When goes bad, they're gonna blame you. Has anybody ever done something nice for somebody and somehow it gets blamed on you?
Oh yeah!
Every good deed will punish you. No good deed goes unpunished. Sadly, somebody's always gonna have something to say. So you're gonna go and help this person. You think you're helping them by wiring the money right now and not doing your job. And you're gonna put yourself in a situation where there's a what if that you didn't ask and you go, gosh, damn it, I did the thing. Do not trust anyone, okay? The what if thing, this is probably one of the biggest things. Was this a big takeaway for you guys? We got time. What if they stop communicating? What do you do? And then here, when should I have my updates? Every Friday. What if I don't get my updates on Friday? What if I don't? Well, I always will, I know, but what if I don't? What if you blame me for something? What if we go over the budget? What if this doesn't happen? What if the economy crashes? What's our game plan? What if? If you don't have at least 25 different ways that you've asked the what if, do not wire the money. 25, think of 20, I'm telling you right now. Do not text me, do not post in the Facebook group, do not ever say a single thing about your loan if you did not ask 25 what ifs and do all of these other things. And even after you do the 25 what ifs, say goodbye to your money. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Post wire clarity. Here's what's gonna happen. You're excited before the wire goes out because I'm gonna do a deal, 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 I'm gonna get. You wire the money and all of a sudden the clarity comes and you go, what did I just do? Oh my gosh, I have no control. The money's no longer in my account. I have no control. What did I just do? Think about that time in your life, those times in your life where you've done something you know you shouldn't have done, and then after you did the thing, you said, I wish I could jump in a time machine right now and redo what I just did. That is going to happen every single time you wire money. You're gonna go, what did I just, even if you do all of this properly on Gator 3.0, you're still gonna feel this way. So pause for a second, take a deep breath, and go and pretend as if you've already wired the money. You have no control anymore. The money's already gone. Now what? You're preying entirely on somebody else's word. You're betting on somebody else, which is a dangerous prospect, okay? If you have to sue someone, you didn't do it right. Somebody right now is suing a gentleman we kicked out of SubTo 3 years ago because he took on many projects, borrowed too much money, and she's having to sue him. Why? Because she didn't get a lien, she didn't get a promissory note, she didn't get a personal guarantee, no other collateral, and she wasn't on his operating agreement, so she's having to sue him to try and take these houses back. She should have been on the property and she should have owned the property with him, and she should have planned on loaning to own. She didn't do any of that, okay? Who's she mad at? Everybody but herself. It happens all the time. This guy screwed me. No, you gifted the money to him and he just didn't say thank you. That's what you're upset about. If you have to sue someone, you didn't do it right. Well, sue him. I get this, people will DM me, text me all the time. Oh man, I did 32 deals this year. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then the next one is like, so I lost money and I'm gonna sue the person. I'm like, why would you sue the person if you did this all right? Oh, because I didn't hire a TC because I was trying to save $1,000. Okay, so you know you broke a rule. Please, if you break a rule, don't message me. I don't want to hear about it. Just say, I broke a rule and I lost money. Here's what you should say. I broke a rule and I deserve to lose money. That's it. I broke a rule and I deserve to lose money. Lessons learned. I don't even want to hear about it. I already know what you did. When somebody says I lost money, guess what I already know 100% of the time. They broke all of the rules. Not one, all of them. I prefer to own the property during the project. So for me, I own the property. So when I'm loaning on somebody's fix and flip, I get the fix and flip loan and I cover the bridge debt. Does that make sense? So when they're like, hey, I'm gonna get the loan to flip the property and I just need you to be the bridge carrier, I need you to bring in the bridge capital, no problem. Can I qualify for the loan? And can I own the project through the entire thing so that when things go bad, I don't need a phone call with you. I don't need your permission. I just go get the F off my job site and I will find my own contractor and fix the property. Okay, this is happening to me right now in Corpus Christi. I have a project right now that we bought the property and I was the bridge lender as well. And the person just basically is like, look, man, everything's going wrong. Everything's going wrong. The contractor won't show up. And I was like, just get off their job site. I'll finish the project and just go away. But imagine if I was in the other situation and they're like, oh, contractor. It will happen. What control do you have? None. You have zero control. You're along for the ride. Okay? Has this been helpful for anybody?
Yes.